very last part of the organic chemistry in our class, right? So today we'll be doing carboxylic acid. Don't worry, I'll be like explaining every bit of that. Even though you are a little new to organic, I mean some of you, and try to finish it today itself. Okay, right. Carboxylic acids, name and display structural formula. When you have one carbon atom, and some of you guys are like much aware of these things now because in school also you have done it. This is the smallest carboxylic acid. What's the name of this? Methanol. Right. This is methanoid because you have only one carbon. Therefore, you call it met. Right. N is normally there in whatever the name. Right. As far as there are no double bonds. And this is, I mean, carbon double bond. And this is oic acid. Why? It's a carboxylic acid. Okay. However, what is a carboxylic acid? For a substance to be a carboxylic acid, the carbon must have carbon oxygen double bond and carbon must have OH group attached. Right? Then only you can call it what? Carboxylic acid. Yes, right? Then only you can call it carboxylic acid. Right? And this is also written as COOH and also written as CO2H. CO2H. Okay? Okay. Right. And if you write this as a condensed formula, that means you don't show the bonds. You show like this. And I can further condense it and write CO2H. The molecular formula is where you combine all the atoms here and there and write the formula. Right? So then you write CH2O2. That's your smallest carboxylic acid. Right? Second carboxylic acid, you know the pattern that you have to draw. You put two carbon atoms, it's ethanoid, and you put the carbon oxygen double bond, and you put OH, and then you put H, and this is going to be what? Ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid, right? And this is CH3, C double O H, and CH3, CO2H. And this is C2H4O2. Right? So then you can move forward with this when you have three carbon atoms like that. Okay. Right? Organic. What's the name of this carboxylic acid? When you have three, what do you call it? Prop. Right? You call this prop. Acid again, propanoic acid. Propanoic acid. Right? Then it's CH3, CH2, C double OH. And then C2H5, C double OH. And further, you write C3H6O2. Done? Okay. Quickly copy this down. The carboxylic acid. Oh, we lost it. Yeah, so I didn't get that, but yeah. But last time, I don't know if I get that. Okay, so while you're writing, let me complete this also. So likewise, you can continue. You can continue up to 6 carbon atoms and nine. No, there is printing mistake. Yes. Super. This is C3H7. It can't be C3H5, right? C3, and then C3H5. So you got C4H9 COOH or CO2H. That means C5H10 O2. We found C5H11 COOH. C6H12 O2. So what is important about the way the structure proceeds, right? What you can write, very simple way, you can say the general formula of carboxylic acid is CnH2n2O2, can't you? Right? CnH2nO2. Also, you can say the carboxylic acid general formula can be written in this way. CnH2n plus 1 COOH. You can write like that as well. Remember, with 4th year over 9. 4 into 2 plus 1 is 9. 5th year over 11. 4 into 2 plus 1 is 11. Right? 3 into 2 plus 1 is 7. Thereby, you have two different general formula for carboxylic acid. They are not connected. They are like you have to treat them as separate products. Okay, Suja? Then let's answer this 3 easy questions. Give the molecular formula of decanoic acid and carboxylic acid with the formula of C8H17COOH. Reduce this. The question numbers. Be careful when you decide the answer, think little more. All right. So what's the formula of decanoic acid?
C10H20O2.
C10
H20O2.
H20 O2. Can't you write like C9 C9 H19 COOH?
Yes.
Can't you write like that? හරි මේ දෙකටම අපි සාමාන්‍ය molecule formula කියලා කියනවා. Right? Actually talking molecular formula is very correct. It should be C10H20O2. Okay. Then the name of the C8H17COOH?
Nonanoic acid. Nonanoic acid.
Carbon තියෙනවා. මේක මොකද්ද?
Nonanoic acid.
Nonanoic acid. Sounds a little funny, but nonanoic acid. What is the formula of hydrogen 14 carboxylic acid? H40O2, or you can write C19H39 COOH. Okay. Alright.
How do you name
Ika. Oh, මොකද මේ? Why am I showing you this PDF and teaching? I missed one of the very important part. Let me go back to the beginning for a while. Back in the way, we miss like doesn't matter. It's the same thing. I always. Right, I forgot this. This is the list of carboxylic acids. In online, I ඕලන්ට ගෙවල් ආම්බල තාත්තලා බබා කියලා කතා කරන්නේ නැද්ද? Right, okay. So here we have a list of carboxylic acids. Why did I prepare this? Actually, I didn't prepare. I downloaded it, but I put this into the PowerPoint presentation to show that how close carboxylic acids to our life, right? You may be thinking, how come those words are close to our life? But another way, these carboxylic acids, this is the chart from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 number of carbon atoms, right? The first one, methanoic, is in the Ansting. Acetic acid or ethanoic is in vinegar. And propanoic acid, propionic acid as the general name, right? It's in certain butter, right? First fat, and butter is consists of some carboxylic acid called butanoic acid and pentanoic in certain plants, and peptanoic and the caproic acid, hexanoic is probably in goat milk, right? Because I'm not 100% sure, but rather than the acid, it's the fatty acid you contain. Yeah.
It's no acid.
No. This is what you have to understand. This is the beauty of organic chemistry. Last week we learned when we drink alcohol, we are doomed, right?
You drink
But
acid,
when-
we are good.
No, we are good, but we don't die like that, right? So that's the beauty of organic chemistry. Ethanol is completely, I mean, not completely, however, toxic, right? But ethanoic, we always put that into the food, vinegar. Achar kanni, vinegar. Vinegar wala mane achar hadaanne. Methanoic acid. We don't eat ants, but ants eat us, right? Okay. And then when ant bite us, we get like sensational bleeding. We get sensational pain. So you don't call it sensational, right? Okay. We get a very like irritating pain. Then, do you know what? හරි ඉතින් මෙතනොයික් ඇසිඩ් එකට ආවම ඒ එච්චර ඉදෙන්නේ. මේ චූටි සතෙක් now it doesn't even make a punch fall like pindus, but still it's like painful than like a dog bites. Why?
Because it like breaks skin.
Huh?
Because it breaks the skin and like injects. It injects.
It injects methanoic. හරි ඉතින් ඒ ඔච්චර ඉදෙන්නේ.
So it mixes that goes into a muscle. There's something to the
Goes into the muscle straight away.
there. So I don't know.
Blood. It goes through the blood.
Yeah.
ඉතින් ඒ දෙවියනේ ඔච්චර ඉදෙන්නේ කියලා මම අහන්නේ.
Yeah,
Reacting with something.
Not bad as it is reacting with our body. Normally I start all the lessons in kind of a discussion like this, right? Today something. So this is what I should have done. We learn something related to life, and then we start. Any idea? Why don't make a may apit ochar ridenne? No idea? Why does that pain arise? චූටි කූඹියා කෑවම මාළින්ද විදිහට කඩියක් කෑවම ඉන්න ලකාන වගේ උදාහරණ මෙතනයි. ඇයි? No idea, no?
because it like
No, it's listen with
it's acidic.
that's area. අර මේ චූටි කූඹියා දාන මිලිග්‍රෑම්
Yes,
1 මිලිග්‍රෑම් amount එක ඒතර ලොකු issue එකක් අපිට කරන්න
it
පුළුවන්.
has toxins in.
Toxins, but not much. They put methanol. One clear explanation. Tell me where the pain is actually felt. Huh?
Inside.
කාපු තැනද brain එකේද pain එකෙන්? අපේ හැම pain එකක්ම feel වෙන්නේ මොකටද? brain එක. skin එකේ තියෙන්නේ neuron receptor එක විතරයි. Okay? neuron end එක විතරයි skin එකේ තියෙන්නේ. Right? ඒ එන signal එක process වෙන්නේ මොකක් ඇතුළද?
Brain එක.
brain. ඔතන රිදෙනවා වගේ දැනෙන්නේ. කොතනද දැනෙන්නේ? brain එකට දැනෙන්නේ. You don't believe, do you? You should believe if you know your biology.
Yes.
ඔයාට පේන්නේ ඈතද brain එකට?
Brain එක.
brain එකට පේන්නේ. Right? This is why you should love your brain. First of all, protect your brain. This is why you guys should not take alcohol, should not take drugs. Why? Both of them straight away attack your brain. Okay? මොකද නිතර ඒක කිව්වොත් පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ නැහැ.
Underage.
Right? No, that's just joking. Right? Right. Reason about again, let's stop a little bit of boring chemistry and learn about this. Right? The reason is our acids. When an acid is injected, rather than eaten, sit there, carrot question, sulfuric acid bond it's like carboxylic acid, vinegar, you eat it, there is no big harm because vinegar. හැබැයි inject කරොත් ළමයි severe problems because it changes the blood pH. It can changes the blood pH. So injection is different. Injection is different. Injection of blood is very dangerous. Right? And it's not going to kill you.
ඒකට ලුණු කැලලා ලුණු ඉව කරා ඇල්කලයින් තියෙනවා.
මොකද?
ලුණු කැලලා
alkali එකක්. හරි. අන්න එහෙම වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මම කියන්නේ පොඩි ටිකක් වැඩිපුර amount එකක් inject කරොත් definitely severe issues වෙනවා blood වලට. ඒකින්ද අපේ body එක මේ not acid intake through the digestive system. Acid incoming input through the skin. Body එකේ මාර strong mechanism එකක් තියෙනවා ටක් ගාලා මොනවා කරන්නද? මේ ඒකට reject කරන්න. Right? ඒකින්ද මුළු body එකම neuron ends වලින් cover කරලා තියෙන neuron building. කවුරු හරි පොඩි බයිට් එකක් කරලා ඒ කියන්නේ ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් කරන්න ගියොත් ඇසිඩ් එකක් very quick alarm. ඔය කොම්බිය කරනවා ගම මොකද කරන්නේ? What do you do? Huh? Diwa? Diwa. කොම්බිය නතර නෑ බේරලා. ඉසි කර.
එක්කත් චීටි
අර මේ මොනවා තර්ස්ඩේ ක්ලාස් එකේ ළමයි කිව්වා? මෙහෙම රිෆ්ලෙක්ස් ඇක්ෂන් එකක්. කොම්බිය කරනකොට මෙහෙම වෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ. දැන් මෙයාට කොම්බිය කරනවනම් රිෆ්ලෙක්ස් ඇක්ෂන් එක තරහ. මොකද රිෆ්ලෙක්ස් එක. මෙහෙම කරන්නේ එයාට පැටලෙන්නේ මොකක්ද? කොම්බියයි ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිෆයින් එකයි පැටලෙන්නේ.
People jump.
ඒ වගේ දැන් කුට්ලියට ඉන්නකොට දසරන් තමයි. That's why that dog. What happened to Guna? Abhishek ඉන්නවා. ඒක වැඩි මුනේ නෑ. Therefore, there is a huge defense mechanism in the body. They are Columbia Cava, Shadal, alert brain makers. Right? So that, but it doesn't mean that no, you have to scream like that you see a devil when you see a red dad. Take out our Marande and there. You need like hundreds of thousands of red dads to kill you. Right? Okay, don't worry about it. Right? But just explain how things. Anyway, you can see a lot of carboxylic acids are dealing with our life, right? All right, so here we have the carboxylic acid and we did this and stuff. And the third question I wanted to ask you, what is the carboxylic acid where N equals 0? N equals 0. Can there be N equals 0 in an organic compound? No carbon atoms?
yes
Yes or no?
we can yeah
Methanoic acid भी පුළුවන්. Right? ඇයි ඒ? If you write this equation for methanoic, where you put N equals 0 to that, you put N equals 0 to that, then it turns into C0, H2 2 into 0 plus 1, COOH. The C0 again, no C. 2 into 0 means 0, plus 1 is 1 hydrogen, and you get this. Is that clear? But you can't have something like C0, H20 in the back. It should be like methanoic. That's it. Is that clear? I have the carboxylic acid with N equals 0. Okay, so let's move into the next part of the topic. The next, how do we prepare ethanoic acid? Not only ethanoic acid, even other carboxylic acids. Why do we have to learn about preparing ethanoic acid? Because it's such useful acid, right? Especially food processing. It's a food flavoring agent as well as food preservative agent, right? Okay. So what do you see here? Alcohol.
Olive oil.
Olive oil. මේ තියෙන්නේ normally ලංකාවේ සමහරට නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන් වෙන රටවල් වල තියෙනවා. මේ dinner table එකේ තියෙන පොඩි මොනවාද?
For oil cake.
ඔව් පොඩි tray එකක්. How do you call it? Supplements?
Salt, pepper.
So, now we call it dinner accessories. Yeah, sorry. Let's go. I don't know how it is known. So you usually have like pepper, you usually have salt. Pepper, pepper salt තියෙන්නේ දාන්න පුළුවන් කෑම.
Olive oil.
අර lunch වලට එන්නේ මේ අනිත් එක තියෙන්නේ මොකක්ද දන්නවද?
Olive oil and chili oil.
No, chili oil. No, this is olive oil, the yellow color. The other one is vinegar.
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 It's fine.
No, ඒක පොඩක් කාලා එකකට ලස්සන කළා ගන්නයි. So it's vinegar. Why do they do that? So that if the food is not as sour as you want, you can add a little bit of vinegar and make it sour. Right. So such important acid is ethanoic. So we are going to learn about how ethanoic is produced. We can make ethanoic two methods. One is using, we can oxidize alcohol. We did that under alcohols. But anyway, we are going to touch on that today also. Using an oxidizing agent. That's how they make ethanoic in industrial level. Right? Also, you can oxidize ethanol using oxygen in air. Little slow, but still you can do it. So this is how it happens. First of all, we take ethanol. We introduce an oxidizing agent, right? We usually represent oxidizing agent by putting O in brackets. And ethanol turned into ethanoic like this. Ethanoic like this. This balancing is not very important, but you need 2 oxygen here to get 1 water molecule and ethanoic. Right? So in order to do this, you need to put an oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. What are the oxidizing agents that we can use in the laboratory?
Potassium dichromate.
Potassium
Acidified.
dichromate, acidified potassium dichromate of
Manganate 7.
potassium manganate 7. Right? Let me explain them as well. One oxidizing agent you can use is acidified. That means mixed with sulfuric acid, you can use KMnO4. You can use KMnO4. Right? It's potassium manganate 7. Right? And when you use this, potassium manganate 7 shows you a color change. What is that? Violet to colorless. Right? It will show you violet to colorless color change. And then sulfuric and potassium dichromate. Another way you can convert this into convert ethanol into carboxylic acid, ethanoic. What's the color change when we use trichromacy? Yes, orange
To green.
orange to green. So they have asked these questions in the exam, especially these color changes. So this is oxidation. And not only you are writing these equations with displayed formula, you must be able to write these equations. You must be able to write these equations with, let's do untidy right here. You must be able to write this equation in structural formula, even molecular formula manner. So you get CH3, COOH, H2O. Understood? And in each case, you need to warm the mixture or heat the mixture, and you remember how alcohols are heated to oxidize. මොකක්ද ඒ ටෙක්නික් එකට කිව්වේ?
Heat under reflux.
Heat under reflux. Right? අන්න ඒ වගේ තියෙන්න ඕන ළමයි. නේද? බුලට් එක වගේ තියෙන analysis වල ඉල්බෝ තමයි කියනවා. මේව ඉන්න ඕනේ. Anything මේ නැලවි ඉන්න කාලයක් නෑ exam එක ළඟයි. So this is the groundwater flask and the condenser is fixed vertically. Water in from this side, water out is from that side. And then you can keep this in water bath or you can use electrical heater. The මම ඇදලා තියෙන නම් මේ heating mantle එක. ඒකද heating mantle එක. නේ? Just give me 1 minute.
Are you okay? Fine, the engineer started.
In my relatives are students class also that please sir have you broken factor? Then ada kettle එක අතට.
හරි. ඒක මම order එකක් දැම්මා ඒක දෙන්න.
සර් එකක් ගන්න දෙයක් නෑ අපිට.
No, I have one heating mantle. ඒක heat එකක් but special type of heater.
Like is the metal mesh.
Not exactly metal mesh, it's made of like special material. Okay, so this is ethanol, ethanoic. Ethanol, ethanoic. But this reaction can be done not only for ethanol. You can convert any other alcohol into, not all type of alcohols, but most of alcohols
To carboxylate.
carboxylic acid. Then propanol oxidize කරොත් මොකක්ද වෙන්න ඕනේ?
Propanoic.
Propanol නම් propanoic, right? So you get propanoic acid and water. So this is propanol and this is propanoic acid. Okay? First of all, you write this small note. Just write this point. Some alcohols. That means not all alcohols, only some alcohols. And some alcohols can be oxidized to the respective carboxylic acid. Some alcohols can be oxidized to the respective carboxylic acids by heating them with oxidizing agent. මේ තියෙනවා heating metal එක. This is the heating metal. Right? Remember, it's a nice device you can make it තමයි දාන්න තියෙන්නේ raw water plastic. මේක මේ it looks like
Cotton is the
you're not a heat bath no make that.
so that is so what's the material?
It's like that mesh which you use in old chairs.
Yeah,
What
you're
you
not a guinea pig.
So what's the
No, we are
material?
heating things to like 200 degrees Celsius.
So what's the material?
That I don't know actually. Probably it's a kind of Teflon type thing. Some way
It's made of fiber.
fiber වගේ fiber මත් නෙමෙයි. So what we do here, we have a temperature control. So these are devices used in laboratories. Temperature control, automated temperature control කරන්න පුළුවන්. මේක plug කරලා වැඩ කරන්න තියෙනවා. Right? And it's very safe to use for heating flammable liquids. Right? Make
Ethanol.
there is no
So is it made of
Electric.
materials?
metal but so when there was no LP gas available, we used to make tea from it then. Beaker එකට වතුර දාලා ඕක දාලා boil කරන්න පුළුවන්. tea එකක් උන තදා ගන්න පුළුවන් ඒ වගේ.
Have you done that? No.
ඒ වගේ added advantages උත් තියෙනවා. හරි. අටක් ගාලිය මොකක්ද මම කිව්වේ? By heating them with oxidizing agents such as
Sometimes the inside the cast lighting, their atmospheric pressure might be at even this.
inside this.
No, like in the that
No, no.
and like
Taken a my program and a pressure issue and such as acidified. Try to write this in the word, not in the formula. Acidified potassium manganate 7. Seven ලියන්නේ කොහොමද? Roman brackets.
P1.
VII. O acidified potassium dichromate 6. Okay, now quickly write down the reaction.
So in the table you showed of the acids, so the bottom ones were they like over 10 carbon atoms?
Yeah, there are names also there. Our numbers ටිකක් ඇවිත් ඔන්න මම film and it's a good opportunity for you to make. මේ දෙන්නේ සමහරගේ නම්
Pentanoic and phosphate.
pentadecanoic, hexadecanoic. The 20 වෙනකොට බලන්න නම් මොකක්ද කියලා? 20
Sanoic.
eicosanoic acid, henicosanoic acid,
So go to the last
docosanoic
acid. Triacontanoic acid. The ගාතාවක් කියනවා.
I think a new language.
ගාතාවක් කිව්වා ඒක මම මතක් වුණේ අපේ අර the mindfulness program went very nicely. Most of, I mean, some students took part from this class also. You can ask them how helpful it was. I was happy to see like students from all type of religion. I'm not religion එකෙන් බලන්න. So those who want to, we have the recording. Those who need to watch it and practice it, drop me a message. I will share the link because that Hamduro doesn't want put that into the YouTube and because he doesn't like the publicity. Therefore, if you want, I can share it like personally, and then you can watch it. You can ask the students who came on that day and get an idea. Actually, rather than the students, we got very good feedback from parents. මොකද ඒගොල්ලන්ටත් හොඳයි. ඒගොල්ලොත් ගොඩක් stress out වෙලානේ ඉන්නේ. Most probably in 2 weeks' time, we will be done with our syllabus. Right? My class එක ළමයි පටන් ගත්තේ grade 9 first day ඉඳන්ම පටන් ගත්තා. Right? We did it continuously until the end of syllabus very successfully and as planned. There are students who were there at the beginning of itself, and there are students who joined late. However, now it is successfully coming to the conclusion.
The air oxidation, let's say, is it like an air?
Oh, රා නෙමෙයි. රා කියන්නේ alcohol.
Yeah.
රා එක එහෙම්මම තිබ්බම විනාකිරි වෙනවා.
ඒක තව ferment.
තව ferment වෙන්න දුන්නා විනාකිරි වෙනවා.
Well, doesn't the yeast die out?
Yeast නෙමෙයි ඊට පස්සේ ferment කරන්නේ. ඊට එනවා වෙන බැක්ටීරියා එකක්. Yes, they are called acidobacters. Those acidobacters are these three are fungi, are called bacteria. All right. So, what is air oxidation? Air oxidation is not very much different from this. The main difference is the oxidation happens due to oxygen in air. Yeah.
Like if we keep a plant in producing for spacing over ethanol, let's say ethanol, like it will give go to
නෑ මොන නෑ නිකන් එතනෝල් එළිය තියලා තියන කාලයක් යනකොට එතනොයික් වෙනවා. කාලයක් යනකොට එතනොයික් වෙනවා but not like pure ethanol, because in pure ethanol bacteria dies. High concentration ethanol, low concentration ethanol will turn into ethanoic. Right? But now the oxidizing agent is it's oxygen. And you get water. And the catalyst is bacterial enzymes. Bacterial enzymes. Again, room temperature. Normally bacteria works at room temperature. Okay. This is called air oxidation. So for example, this is what we do in traditional vinegar production. We take glucose. This is not balance equation, but this is just a representation of scheme of reaction. Have a look at the board. Glucose, we carry out fermentation. We carry out fermentation. Will give you what? Ethanol. Glucose ferment karam monada hum වෙන්නේ? Ethanol. So what, this is not balance here, just a representation of reaction. We put yeast, keep temperatures around 40 degrees or 30 to 40 degrees, and anaerobic conditions, lack of oxygen. ඊට පස්සේ we give oxygen, right? In the presence of oxygen and airborne bacteria, and that will be converted to what? Ethanoic acid. So you have sugar. This converts to toddy in Sri Lanka. Other countries, ethanol. This is vinegar. Ethanoic acid. Okay, write it down. I will give a small note at the end of it. So if you leave they can ask questions like that. If you leave a glass of low concentration alcohol exposed to air for a few days, it goes sour taste. That because of air oxidation. Right. So write this small statement about this process. When ethanol is exposed to air for several days, please write when ethanol solution. When ethanol solution is exposed to air for several days. Ethanol solution is exposed to air for several days. It gives a souring taste. It gives a souring taste. It gives a souring taste. This is due to the oxidation taking place. This is due to the oxidation taking place as a result of bacterial action. As a result of bacterial action. As a result of bacterial action. All right, then we prepared ethanoic. So then let's go to the chemical reactions of carboxylic acids. So as you find in the tutorial, the property of chemical property of carboxylic acid, even in the school I said, right, it's a little funny to say, carboxylic acids are acids. Well, sounds dumb. Carboxylic acids are acids. I think carboxylic acids is an acid can, right? No, actually talking, listen, there is a meaning for that. The meaning is this. Normally, now what I'll be introducing, first of all, I'll be introducing kind of a general form of carboxylic acid structure. You know, this R means any number of carbon atom can be there. I'm representing any carboxylic acid. It can be methanoic, ethanoic, propanoic, butanoic, pentanoic, xanoic, anything, right? So R contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever the number of carbon atoms. Just a general representation, right? This hydrogen atom is quite special in carboxylic acids. So there are hydrogen atoms all over the organic compounds. Don't you have hydrogen atoms everywhere in organic compound? None of these hydrogen atom, right, tries to get away from carbon. Because hydrogen atom, it doesn't try to get away from carbon. But this hydrogen atom tries to get away from oxygen. As a result of that, in aqueous solutions, carboxylic acids break that of hydrogen only, making oxygen negative, hydrogen positive. So when you get a hydrogen ion produced in an aqueous solution, that means that particular substance is what?
No, sorry.
That particular substance is, if a substance gives H plus out, then that particular substance is an acid. This property is not seen in any other organic compound, only in carboxylic acid. එයාට විතරයි මේ ion එකක් හදන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් ඔක්කොම covalent. Covalent right? Okay. So here we have carboxylic acid. සමහර අය පොඩ්ඩක් කළා යනකොට sleeping beauty කතා කරනවා. Right? Carboxylic acid.
So why is it carboxylic and not something like that?
ඒක තමයි. ඒකේ ඒක. That's it. That's it. ඒක ඕනේ. ඉතින් එහෙම තමයි. මේ දැන් ඕලෙවල් ටිකවත් මේ බොහොමාරු ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරගෙන යන්නේ. ඔය ඔක්කොම එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්න ගියොත් ඔයගලන්ට කෙමිස්ට්‍රි කරගන්න බැරි වෙනවා. But your curiosity is very important. That opens the pathways of learning A-level chemistry, if you were to select, right? So carboxylic acid, and this is going to be what? Carboxylate ion. What do you call it? Carboxylate ion. Yeah, that's not quite a surprise. Why? Sulfuric king හැදෙන්නේ මොන ion? Sulfate. Nitric acid gives you nitrate. Phosphoric acid gives you phosphate. Carbonic gives you carbonate. Carboxylic gives you carboxylate. Right? That's quite normal. Right? Sorry? Yeah, aqueous solution, of course, but not as good as normal acids. Why? They undergo what dissociation? Incomplete reversible dissociation. So there is not a lot ions are produced. Yeah, even though ions are there. That's a very good question. Right? So for example, let's say you can write like this: RCOOH undergoes reversible dissociation, gives you H plus 8%. So for example, ethanoic aqueous, mean ethanoic in aqueous solution. It gives you the ion called ethanoate ion. So this is ethanoic acid and this is what? Ethanoate ion plus H plus aqueous. Okay. And next one, let me write propanoic. So propanoic dissociate to nama මොකක්ද හැදෙන්න ඕනේ? Propanoate. Very easy, right? And what sort of properties that you will identify, you will see in these carboxylic acid solutions, right? Suppose this is carboxylic acid solution. I measure the pH of this. What kind of pH values that you expect here? Approximately around 3, not 5. Because weak acids, you get low pH level. Low means low means more acidic. Right? So low pH, but not low as a strong acid. So then better to say pH around 3, right? Now suppose you put few drops of universal indicator. You put few drops of, you put a drop of universal indicator. Universal indicator is a little bit of dark green in color. This is like, let's say, universal indicator. You put universal indicator. Once it goes into the solution, it gives you what color? Yellowish orange color. Oh, right. So this is the universal indicator color. Not red, kind of orange color. Right. So if you try to compare them with the strong acids, of course, they have less acidity than the others. There are the equation. Here. Carboxylic acids undergo. Carboxylic acids undergo. Carboxylic acids undergo. Carboxylic acids undergo reversible / incomplete / slight reversible incomplete slight.
Partial.
Oh, මම partial කියන වචනේ දෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකෙන් හිතන්නේ හරියටම නිකන් half වගේ. That is wrong, right? Slight. Dissociation in aqueous solutions. Dissociation in aqueous solutions. Dissociation in the aqueous solutions. To form carboxylate ion and hydrogen ion. Form carboxylate ion and hydrogen ion. Carboxylate ion and hydrogen ion. අදාළ කොපි කරගන්න Right. Huh? Okay. Then let's go to the other reactions of carboxylic acid. You guys know that when an acid reacts with metal, what do you get? When acid reacts with metal, what do you get? Salt plus hydrogen gas. You get salt plus hydrogen gas. Like similarly here, when carboxylic acid, now I'm going to speed up this little bit because now you are getting familiar with the formula and stuff. When carboxylic acid reacts with sodium, you get the salt. Have a look at this. Sodium carboxylate. No need to put this plus and minus. I'm just putting it to show that it's an ionic. And you need to put half hydrogen. This obviously it's a redox reaction where sodium is getting oxidized, hydrogen is getting reduced. This is a redox reaction. Okay. And suppose you are going to react ethanoic acid with sodium solid. What's the product? Sodium. Okay.
Sodium ethanoate.
Sodium ethanoate. Sodium ethanoate. If anyone doesn't understand, please let me know now. Sodium ethanoate. Okay. Let's say, listen. The moment you lose your attention, and let's say propanoic acid with lithium, what would be the product?
Lithium propanoate.
Lithium propanoate. Superb. And what about propanoic acid and calcium?
Calcium propanoate.
Calcium propanoate.
Twice.
You don't say like that, but is correct. When you write the formula of calcium propanoate, you have to be careful because propanoate, the valency is 1. Calcium's valency is it's in group 2, therefore 2. You have to put the valency numbers. Okay, right? And so when this reaction happens as usual, right? You put the piece of metal, it gives you what? It gives you
Gas bubbles.
gas bubbles, effervescence, right? Hydrogen gas bubbles. And you can check this with lighted splint, which will go pop. Yes, that pop. Okay. Yeah. You write the products of the reactions. Valency command, every valency total.
So then how do you say other than calcium propionate twice?
What are they?
How do you say calcium
You
propionate?
don't say it, just calcium propanol. Because we don't say those words for any compounds, right? अभी magnesium chloride කියනකොට MgCl2 තියෙනවා, but we don't say anything which is magnesium chloride. Those who know the valency, you know the formula. Now calcium propanoate going to be CH3, CH2, C double O twice and calcium. අලමයි මේක චුට්ටක් බලන්න balancing. Have a look at balancing. Balancing organic compounds is kind of special. Why? We don't try to balance them atom by atom. අපි atom by atom balance කරන්නේ. We don't balance them atom by atom. We balance them like this. There are two propanoate ions. Then you need to have how many propanoic acid? Two. So you have two hydrogen ions. Thereby you put only what? One hydrogen molecule. Two hydrogen ions. एक hydrogen molecule like that. Then it's balance. And then the observation is going to be like similar to a metal reacting with an acid, but observations tell me whether they are more vigorous or less vigorous compared to strong acid. More vigorous compared to strong acid. Strong acid. Make a weak acid,
less
so
vigorous.
it's less vigorous. Right. Then here we go. The next set of reactions. Right? Here I have already put the reaction. Now you know that acids and bases give you what? Salts and water. So it's the same reaction as in the previous case, right? When carboxylic acid reacts with sodium hydroxide, you get sodium carboxylate and water. Have a look at this. Since the reactions are written, I'm going to speed up this, that's why. Now, calcium oxide is a base. So when it reacts with carboxylic acid, it gives you RCOH twice and calcium and water. It's water. And example, ethanoic acid and sodium hydroxide, you get sodium ethanoate and water. Understood? Why have I written the other ionic equation in red? That because usually, now do you know that this is a neutralization reaction? Acid base salt water. Take a look at the definitely. Neutralization. What's a neutralization reaction? Acid base salt water. So this is a neutralization. What is the typical ionic equation for neutralization reaction? This. H plus and OH minus give you water. Also sometimes this is accepted in the exam. H plus and O2 minus, that is with oxides, give you water, that's also accepted. But when carboxylic acid is incorporated, since this is not fully dissociating into iron, we write carboxylic acid, the whole thing, in the ionic equation. Reacts with OH minus, It gives you carboxylate ion and water. Sometimes, rarely they have asked this. Okay, normally they ask the one in the blue, in blue color. But sometimes, very rarely they ask, write this by showing carboxylic acid also in the ionic equation. So these are neutralization ionic equations. Neutralization ionic equations. Right? Okay, now you can copy the reactions between carboxylic acids and bases. I mean, don't write this carbonate on which I'm going to explain. This to speed up, I'm keeping the class note.
What's the word after neutralization?
Ionic equation. Neutralization, ionic equation.
Testers is so.
No. We have biomolecules. Name so. Biomolecules, I mean, you have condensation, polymerization. Along with that, we have biomolecules, and then we are done.
Now we still talking about the biological particles, biology.
Yeah. Biomolecules කරනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ළමයි මගේ idea එකක් තියෙනවා theory class එක නතර කරන්න. I mean, this class will be converted into paper class limit. Crash course. That means I'll be doing all the grade 9 lessons again in question forms. Right? So those who are scoring above 60 and 70, no need to attend. Those who are not scoring that much, so it will be a good opportunity for you to cover the first lessons. Okay. Others can continue with the revision class. Revision class again. Right? So this will be converted to crash course. When I start the crash course, that will like go until not 8. It will go somewhere around 8:30 or 9. Decide කරලා නැහැ. It's most probably on Monday. And there are 2 theory classes now. I have theory class on Thursday as well. Right? So what I basically do, all the grade 9 lessons and grade 10 lessons together, we'll do a kind of something like a crash course. Right? ඒතකොට revision එකේ ලකුණු තාම හොඳට improve වෙන්නේ නැති අය ඉන්නේ. ඒගොල්ලන්ට ටක්දාලා improve කරගන්න පුළුවන් grade 9 lessons ටික cover කරගන්න. What do you guys think? Right? I think those who are not scoring well will get the benefit. That the shifting part, that very unfortunate thing happened. Where we are not shifting because the building that we went and put our stuff also. When we were like almost shifting, but there was a small problem with the agreement because the top floor was not properly prepared. Since I think the owner felt like I am in hurry to get the building, he tried to like shape again to give me the building top floor unprepared. Because ground floor is done. But we can't do things like that. No, has to be an agreement has to be proper. So we decided not to go there. Anyway, I'm satisfied with my 15 to 25 gigs here. Right? I'm not going to make. I don't want to go for a super luxury life normally. That's my way. I'm happy with my super luxury results. Right? Because last time, O-level class, 15 kids, all 15 A's. O-level class again, A's. Then out of that, 9 are A stars, only 6 are A's. Economic terrain, there were 16 kids. One student got dengue and he did it in this October session. He also got A star. So then it's 16 A's, all 16 got A's.
10 A stars and
10 A stars and 6 A's. Right? So that's what I focus. It doesn't mean that I focus on A's. I focus I focus on the outcome rather than number of A's in the class. number of X on මම මේ class එකම එකතු කරලා ලොකු building එකක් කරලා ඒක කරන්නේ. I don't do because I can't closely monitor it. Right? ඒක නිසා මේ මෙහෙම යන තමයි විශ්සක් විතර ඉතියමයි තිබුණේ. නේද? පොඩක් ඕනේ. කොහොමද ඉතින්
So what if your class demand gets higher?
sorry,
So what if your class demand gets higher?
it's already high. It's already high. The grade 2, grade 9 classes offline. The list again now.
Grade 2?
Grade 9, 2 grade 9 classes. The 2 primary classes now because of the demand I increase it to 25. The 25 people are thing now join me. But you know why parents didn't know that I do tuition. I didn't do tuition in the last 10 years for Cambridge O levels. I did only the except because of the bond between the school. So why not have something like that? Then now only parents know that I do. Right, let's go to the carbonates. Carboxylic acid and carbonate. So you know carbonates give salt, carbon dioxide and water. So it goes in the same normal way. Right, copy this quickly. And the carbon dioxide is the formation of carbon dioxide is a good observation. There are gas bubbles. ඔය ඩිංගර ඩීල් විදියට හයිම කැතයි. මේ පැත්තෙන් පටන් ගන්න ලස්සනට ලියන්න මොනවානේ fully. නෑ. ඒ මම මැදින් පටන් ගන්න ඉඳලා ඔයත් මැදින් පටන් ගන්න ඕනේ. ඔයාලට මෙතන ඉඳන් ඉඳ තියෙනවා. ඔව් කපලා ලස්සනට ලියන්න. ඔය ඇඟිලි හරියට පෑනවල දාලා පිළිවෙලට ලියන්න. Those who finish writing, complete these 3 reactions. This is a tricky reaction because it's reacting with methanoic. Remember methanoic, there are 2 hydrogens, but only the carboxylic side hydrogen would react and give you the final product. Give you the salt. मैं कंप्लीट कल पेन्ना नहीं हो रहा चला These reactions are not reversible. These are neutralization reactions. They are not reversible. Then find the products. Where do not come?
So you mean the top bit, right? Not the bottom.
Sodiumic hydrogen H plus then. Then now you just learn the reaction between a carboxylic acid with sodium. You learn sodium carboxylic acid with sodium hydroxide. You learn the reaction with sodium carbonate. So there are products. Salt, hydrogen gas, salt, water, salt, carbon dioxide, and water. I might not do esterification today with you guys. We'll do it next day because it's very important. We'll spend good time with that. Rather, I'll go for questions in the other side with you. Right? Esterification, 11 hours economic. Thanks. Very good. Okay, let's check the answers. You get HCOO NaH2 and it should be half H2. හරිද? මම mistakes තියෙනවා හදාගන්න. And this HCOO Na, that's a salt. That's a salt, right? So don't follow those numbers. Follow the rule. Carboxylic acid carbonate. It should give you what? Sodium methanoate. And carbon dioxide and water balancing antimata karanna. You need two, therefore two sodium methanoate and two methanoic acid. And methanoic and sodium hydroxide is again sodium methanoate plus water. So it's already balanced. Right, then we need to go to esterification. But I feel like it's better rather rushing to esterification now. We'll do esterification next day. Right? We will go for more practice questions. All right, so do question number 1. Both part question number 1 and 2. Go to the exercise 17. We talk about the esters, aroma and stuff next day. I'll give you 10 minutes, write the answers for the both questions. Question number 1 and 2 fully. You can refer to the notes in the previous pages and do. Aliyan Bharat. Okay, Januka, noted.
Citric acid, carboxyl. Citric acid.
Citric acid, carboxylic acid, yes. Lamai, there is a small announcement. Official announcement. This I will make a post and share you also. We are planning 3-day. Listen, huh? We are planning 3-day biology practical workshop targeting alternative practical paper. 3-day. The 3 days are February. We will send you a post as well. Don't worry with information. February 12th, that means Sunday, 19th and 26th. Depending on the registration of students, number of registration, we might have 2 sessions per day, same session 2 times, but not sure. Our target is there are approximately 8 biology practicals that you should be thorough in order to face both paper 2 and paper 4. We are doing this with collaboration of Manoj sir, right? And another lecturer in SLIT, who is biology lecturer, right? Part of my batchmate. Most of people who are working with me are very, I have selected them very carefully. Those who can work with kids and give like good output from, take output from you. So what you have to do, it will be like 4.5 hour workshop. The day workshop will be seminars. You are doing things, and later on, the practical will be conducted by the lecturer. The paper discussion will be done by Manoj, right? Past paper discussion related to the practicals will be done by Manoj. Those who wish to join, just type reserve a seat for biology practical workshop and send a message to the office phone. Times දෙකක් තියෙනවා. We are planning one from 8 to 12:30. One session. අපි ළමයි ගොඩක් හිටියොත් තව session එකක් කරනවා from 1:30 to 5 in the evening. Right? That depends on number of participants. Now participants අඩුයි නම් මට time slot දෙකකට දාන්න බෑ. එතකොට ඒක cost effective නෑ. Okay.
Will we be doing practice?
Sorry?
Will we be doing practices?
Yeah, you are doing practicals. Individual, you will be doing practicals individually. You will be watching slides through microscope and drawing them, doing food testing individually, not group wise. Individual can water whenever working bench chemicals ටික දෙනවා. වාගේ මේවා ටික දෙනවා කරන්න. Okay, I'll send you the fees details also. මේ දවස්වල හරිම එක්ස්පෙන්සිව් ළමයි ඔය කෙමිකල් බටු ඒ මයික්‍රොස්කෝප් එකේම ගන්න බෑ පොඩි ගානකට හොඳ එකක්. හරි. Still we will be taking them. මේ මොකද මම දන්නවා ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් එක්ස්පෝෂර් එක ගොඩක් අඩුයි ඕගොල්ලන්. අපි කෙමිස්ට්‍රි වලටත් කරනවා ඒ වගේ වර්ක්ෂොප් එකක්. කෙමිස්ට්‍රි වල කරන්න හිතාගෙන ඉන්නේ in March. February අරක කරලා March වල එකක් කරනවා. කෙමිස්ට්‍රි වල ගොඩාක් එච්චර කරන්න ඕනේ නෑ ළමයි අර titration fluency එකයි qualitative analysis ටිකයි කරාම ඇති. ඒකයි rate of reaction thermal chemistry practicals දෙකක් කරාම ඇති. That we will plan it and do, but we are going to start the biology one earlier. Okay, අපි post එක දැම්මත් හරි නැතත් කමන්නේ දැම්මම ඕගලන්ට confirmation එක දාන්න පුළුවන් මේ office phone එකට. office phone එක කියන්නේ ඕගොල්ලෝ fees එවන්නේ. ඒ phone එකට දාන්න.
So there are two ways, pay practical test and
ඕගොල්ලෝ කරන්න ඕනේ 4-2, okay? ඔගොල්ලෝගේ ඇඩ්මිෂන් වල දාන්න ඕනේ biology or chemistry. ඒකත් අහගන්න chemistry ඕගලන්ගේ syllabus code එක BY chemistry syllabus code එක BY 122242, okay? 122242 chemistry syllabus code එක. Biology there will be some kind of a code here. They are also 1222 another number. මේ මම ඒක මනසත් එක double check කරලා කියන්න. correct? Chemistry code BY 122242. ඔයාලට admission criteria එකේ මොකක් හරි ඒ වගේ දෙයක් වල problem එකක් ආවොත් ඔක බයිනතු message එකක් හරි call එකක් හරි දීලා තියෙන call එකක් ගත්තේ නැත්නම් message එකක් හරි දාන්න. Don't worry. I know you guys are little like feeling like they alone because of you have to apply private candidates, right? Don't worry, you call us and then we will give whatever the information we know. You can do. Yeah, no way now. So ඒ මෙතන දෙපා all together 3 carbon එකතර එක carbon එක මෙතන tension එක 2. ඔය n-1 කතාව ගොඩක් අය කියනවා. හරිද? ඒක දාන්න එපා. Just consider that n and this n are different. Question එකක් දුන්නම තමයි ඔයා හිර වෙන්නේ. ඒක බෑ. ඔයා ඒක overcome කරන්න ඕනේ. ඔය ටීචර් දියන උත්තරේ කියලා පුරුදු වෙන පොඩි කාලේ ඉඳන්ම. You have to build the confidence. Okay, I'm going to step out and write this by myself. Third පොඩ්ඩක්. ඒක මේ ස්ටෝරි රිලන්ස් එක වත් twice that for any profession. It was otherwise good. So we have an answer. We have some answers here also. Give me 1 minute, 1 minute, please. Dulmika, your answers are good. But 2 marks, no, explain why alcoholic drinks go sour if left open for some times. The answer that you write scores only 1 mark. Same answer as he written.
Which one?
2A.
Is the others correct?
Others are good. B එක දීලා නැහැ answer.
B.
It should be.
Yeah, you get 2 marks.
We should commit the third one.
Third table එක කරන්න එපා. ඒක extras. We will do it next day. If you are done with those 2 questions, what you can do is you can go for question number 4 and answer until C. Until C. You answer A, B, C. Now these are past paper questions. මේකත් කරන්න. C කරන්න. Don't do D onwards. These are past paper questions. Online students got taken anyone from the other.
Should get.
It's in the chat. Okay, so let's check the answers for the question 1. Propanoic acid. Yeah. Propanoic acid with sodium hydroxide will give you sodium what? Sodium propanoate and water. Salt and water. And propanoic acid then sodium carbonate Na2CO3, you get CH3, CH2, CO, Na, yes,
Sodium.
carbon dioxide then
Water.
sodium propanoate, carbon dioxide and water. The one making sodium carbonate or sodium, there are 2 sodium, so you put 2 there and 2 in front of propanoic. And propanoic acid with sodium, CH3, CH2, COOH plus sodium will give you CH3, CH2, COONA plus what?
Half
Hydrogen half. And propanoic acid with magnesium,
will give
CH3, CH2, COOH will react with magnesium to give magnesium propanoate. There it's CH3, CH2 twice, magnesium plus H2.
Yes.
H2 plus.
The balance.
Yeah, you need to put 2 in front of propanoic. Alcoholic drink contain ethanol. Explain why alcoholic drinks go sour. It left open for sometimes 2 marks. Right? So ලකුණු දෙකක් ගන්න points ලියන්න ඕනේ. What we have to say, ethanol is oxidized by oxygen in air due to action of bacteria. Bacteria. හැබැයි තාම එක ලකුණයි. That is only one mark. Why it's sour in taste? Because it forms the carboxylic acid. So it says it forms.
Okay, and we get the other one, if you say it's become acidic.
Acidic වෙන්නේ ඇයි? Acid එකක් හැදෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ. It forms ethanoic acid. So suppose they give you 3 marks, right? That means they are expecting you to write what? A chemical equation. Ethanol. Yeah, ළමයි මේක තමයි පස්සේ පැටලෙන equation එක. Normally we write oxygen for what reactions? Oxidation නෙමෙයි. Combustion. Make a combustion නෙමෙයි. It's a very tricky question. ඒක අහන exam එකේදී. Right? This is oxidation but not combustion. Combustion එකක් කරන්න පුළුවන්. When you react with oxygen and produce carbon dioxide and water, it's a combustion. Now, due to the bacterial action, what you get? The oxidation. No flame. There is no flame. It's carefully oxidized to ethanoic acid. CH3, COOH and water. Due to bacteria. So that's a very tricky point in your papers. So let's have a quick look at the past paper question answers as well. Just give me like 2 or 3 minutes, right? Let's have a quick look at the past paper questions as well, so that will give you more confidence. Here, past paper question.
What is the name?
The useful carboxylic acid is citric acid. I'm sorry, the citric acid. 2 part B is citric acid. Citric acid. The main bullet explain with aid of equation what is meant by the term weak acid. You use, now they say meant by weak acid and aid of equation. You have to use either one. Let me take ethanoic and I write with the reversible dissociation. Because C double O දාන්න පුළුවන්.
We can put R also, right?
R දාන්න පුළුවන් කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. As far as the reaction is reversible and H plus produce, correct. And explain. So you have to say produces H plus. It produces H plus in reversible reaction. Reversible reaction or incomplete reaction. Reversible means weak. H plus means acid. Make an acid, make a weak. On. What make a last accept කරන්න. Yeah, the process.
Yes, I think.
Yeah.
Gives the higher pH.
වැඩක් නෑ. ඔයා ඔය ලියලා තියෙන්නේ comparison එකක්. එයා අහන්නේ definition එකක්. Explain. Name the gas formed when magnesium reacts with butanoic. Then it is what is that? Hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas. Chemical test.
Light.
Pops down.
Pop with lighted spring. දැන් මේ අපි ඉගෙන ගත්තේ ඔබයි අහන්නේ exam එකේදී. නේද? අලුත් ඒවා අහන්නේ. Right? Give a formula of the magnesium salt formed with butanoic. So it's a butanoic ලියන C3H7 COOH. Magnesium salt එක ළමයි C3H7 COO twice magnesium. Right? The lesson is properly organized so that you can straight away face past paper questions. ඔයාගේ පාර්ට් එක කරා නම් ඔයාට ඉතුරු ටික කරන්න පුළුවන් ලේසියෙන්. conditions apply. හරිද? ලේසියෙන් උතුනම ඔයාගේ පාර්ට් එක ඔයා කරන්න ඕනේ. Exemplification and these like big calculations I will explain next day. However, I want you to do this homework and come to the class next day as well. You answer this question, this one. See this. Oh, it's a nice question. You can answer all the questions. Question number 5. කරුණාකරලා homework එක විතර කරගෙන යන්න. Because it's a continuation of carboxylic acid. I'll be looking into that. Oh, you're going to do that. Question number 5 fully කරන්න ඕනේ. Yeah? Completely කරන්න ඕනේ question number 5. Question number 5 answers will be the entry ticket for the next class. Entry ticket. ගෙදර දාලා ආවොත් ආයෙත් ගෙදර යන්න බබා කියලා යවනවා. Answers for the question number 5 will be the entry ticket for the next class. All right. And next week we will release the SED2.
ගෙවන්න ඕනේ නැහැ නේ
මොකද?
ටිකට් එක ගෙවන්න ඕනේ නැහැ නේ ඊළඟ
Conditions apply. All right. So you can now I'm going to wrap up the meeting. You can peacefully go home. Good night. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Bye,
you, sir. Good night.
Thank you, sir.